we're here talking about this, this draft is so unique. It didn't fall like any of the ones we've done previously.
Yeah.
I think it's time to enter the conversation of a guy named Malaki Starks. He's the last player on here. Well, not the last player. He's one of the last players on here defensively that I think can truly make a huge impact. It answers the Geno Stone question after year one. You sort of have to feel, you sort of got to feel good about this pick. You're in a spot where he won't have to be thrusted into action. Now, the hope is that he's so damn good that he beats out a guy like Geno Stone in camp. But you got to be able to find snaps for this guy in year one because you don't want to have a repeat of the Dax Hill situation. You don't want a repeat of that. You want a guy, right, that can contribute whatever that role might be. Me and Daniel were talking. We were looking at some film. I know me and Logan were talking about this a while back. We see this guy covering in the slot. Year one, that could be his role. Right, without being thrusted into free safety action. But they can't be, hey, you know what? We draft you with our 17th overall pick. You're going to sit for a year. That can't happen. That all being said, I like this pick. I like Malaki Starks. I think he makes a lot of sense. Look, I think Malaki Starks is the guy that I would go here for. I just think he makes a lot of sense. He checks a lot of boxes. And he's a pick that you got to feel very, very good about. We talked a lot about this Georgia defense. We thought that there was a lot of room for a lot of these guys to look a lot better than what they did. Does anybody disagree with the Malaki Starks pick here?
I think there's a lot of options. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Only because we've been on it for 20 minutes.
I'm good with that. I mean, we haven't done it yet.
I really like the idea of Starks. We kind of keep going back to that mid-round safety. I think he checks a lot of boxes as being a slot corner, being a free safety. He just does a lot of things well. He fits in pretty well. I think Al Golden, that would be a guy Al Golden likes a lot with how he likes to cover. Yeah, I love Malaki Starks a ton.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. With the 17th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, your Cincinnati Bengals select Malaki Starks, safety in Georgia.
But I like this pick for a lot of reasons. I think it checks a lot of boxes. And I think that immediately, the one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to repeat the Dax Hill situation with this. Dax Hill was supposed to be the quote-unquote safety of the future. Got in there super late for whatever reason. And so, it's one of those things where you got to feel very good about this pick, though, because it checks a lot of boxes for the future.